Welcome back. We got a live one. After nearly a year of violent and sometimes deadly riots in Portland, Democrat Mayor Ted Wheeler says his city is out of patience, but it seems he wants the residents to do the heavy lifting. The anti-police protests, which started in the wake of George Floyd's murder last May, that turned parts of downtown Portland into an Antifa-ruled hellhole. And it has not stopped 9 months later. But after a year of trying to kill the riots with kindness, will anything stop these anarchists? Joining me in studio tonight, Fox News political analyst and Fox Nation host Lawrence Jones is here.
Yes. I'm live in studio.
Back in the battleship.
We're getting back to normal over here.
Yeah, I know. I like it. Yeah, we're not. I mean, we're appropriately distant. Did you see Kamala Harris in her interview on CNN? They were like 700 feet apart.
All for TV.
Yeah, they were using walkie-talkies like, over. Yeah.
With the earpiece.
Mrs. Vice President, what is your view on the root causes? Over. Copy that.
She's probably being fed the questions.
Yeah, exactly. She was, just like Joe during the debate.
Right.
It's really sad. So, none of us wondered Ted Wheeler.
Yeah.
He's done an awful job. And this is, and people are like, oh, this is what, freedom looks like. It's like, this is not freedom. People who are limiting your ability to move about the city, run your business, not have to spend thousands of dollars cleaning up vandalism. They tagged the Schnitz, the Arlene Schnitzer concert hall, tagged with anti-cop graffiti. I understand they're upset, but what has gone wrong here?
Well, what's gone wrong and what's gone right? I know there is a tendency to federalize this response to what's happening in communities, but you gotta let them fail at their bad ideas. You saw in Minneapolis, they defunded the police, and then they realized that was a bad idea, and now they're trying to figure out how to refund the police. When you allow lawlessness to happen, which we've seen right here in Portland, Oregon, eventually the people are going to get fed up in the town, and that's exactly what's happening in Portland, Oregon. But if we would have had the feds come in and have a response to this, the people would not have learned their bad lessons in that town. So again, there needs to be unity. There needs to be police reform. There needs to be conversations to protect the good police, but those conversations have to happen locally. Nationalizing this conversation
I agree with you
never
completely.
work.
I agree with you completely. I think that's one of the fears with Minneapolis is that the Attorney General is going to play such a heavy hand here that the reform does have to come within. And they're doing it wrong. And now the mayor is saying, I want citizens to go out and track these Antifa people and let us know. It's like, so you want citizens to go out and put themselves in harm's way and do the job of police officers. They're doing everything backwards. And then, for a while, they were redistributing money for the police. Like, we're going to give it to the community organizations because I want people to like me.
Yeah, because they do so well with that money already. Look, when it comes to these federal agencies coming in to review, we saw back in Ferguson during the Mike Brown case, what the feds did under Eric Holder, they came in there and they said, look, Mike Brown, he went for the cop's gun, right? We've talked to witnesses in the town. We know this to be true. Even though the DA took this to a grand jury, he probably should have never even brought it to the grand jury because there was no evidence to even present to the grand jury. But they also found something else that doesn't get enough coverage is that the city was policing for profit. You saw emails back and forth. They didn't want to properly fund the police department, and so they used small petty crimes, traffic tickets to fund their police department, and that caused a lot of animus within the police department. So it did reveal some things that were going bad, but what I fear is that when they do bring this report, that the feds are going to be a lot more involved. Once you discover if there is any bad doings going on within the police, and by the way, that wasn't racial, that was the fact that that was big government at play. People were already paying tax dollars. They didn't want to use that money properly to fund their police department. And so they decided, look, let me use our bail system. Let me use these traffic tickets to make up for our budget.
Yes, and once they got people in the system and they couldn't afford it the higher and higher up they got, then all of a sudden they're in jail.
So that's
and then someone's got a criminal record.
But Kennedy, that is the conversation. Maybe a lot of this violence and animus between the police and the community, it's because you have them in communities enforcing bad laws, getting involved in their life when even the cops don't want to be there most of the time. They want to get violent offenders off the street. So how do we have that conversation?
Absolutely. We also have to have the conversation about the federal government incentivizing local departments to take people's property, civil asset forfeiture, and that is
illegal.
That is a federal problem. So it's like, why don't you fix your own problems before you come in and tell everyone else how to run their police departments? But what's going to happen, mark my words, it's going to get so bad in these cities, they will have no police reform. They're going to have more cops come in. It is going to be more of an oppressive police state, especially in certain communities. And, you know, that's what happens when you call for too much. You go over the line, and then the pendulum swings right back to where you didn't want it.
Overton's window. That's what we're going to see.
Yes.
And local communities are going to pay for it. The people pay for this at the end of the day of bad leadership.
Yes, absolutely. Whew, especially in Portland. My goodness. Lawrence Jones, thank you so much.
Thanks, my friend.
So good to talk to you.